The gravity test Marcus Rodriguez stood at the entrance of Nexus Academy's training facility, his worn duffel bag slung over his shoulder. The massive structure stretched beyond the horizon, its crystalline walls reflecting the light of 3 different suns. Around him, alien cadets moved in clusters, their various forms creating a living rainbow of evolutionary diversity. The 19-year-old human had dreamed of this moment since Earth's first contact with the Galactic Coalition 6 months ago. Humanity had been granted probationary membership, and Marcus was among the first humans selected for interstellar military training. The opportunity felt surreal, but the stares he received from fellow cadets quickly reminded him he was an outsider. Commander THYSS, a towering reptilian being from the high-gravity world of Drakmor, addressed the assembled group. Her scales gleamed under the artificial lighting as she spoke with authority. Today begins the annual endurance trials. These tests will determine your placement in advanced combat units. Marcus noticed the way other cadets gave him space, as if he carried some invisible disease. Whispered conversations in various alien languages filled the air, and he caught fragments of translated words: primitive, fragile mammalian weakness. Krell, an insectoid cadet with 4 arms and compound eyes, approached with his usual arrogance. I almost feel sorry for you, human. Your soft flesh won't survive the first trial. His mandibles clicked in what Marcus assumed was laughter. The crowd of alien cadets gathered around, eager to witness what they expected would be spectacular failure. There was Zephyr, whose gaseous form shimmered in a containment suit, and Granite, whose rock-like exterior suggested incredible durability. Even Zara, a delicate crystalline being who had shown Marcus kindness, looked concerned for his well-being. Commander THYSS led them to the gravity chamber, a massive spherical room lined with advanced gravitational manipulation technology. The test begins at 0.5 standard gravity and increases incrementally to 3.0 standard. Most of you will reach your limits around 1.5 standard. Marcus watched as the first group entered the chamber. At 0.5 GE, the lighter species like Zephyr and the bird-like Aryan cadets moved with graceful ease. As gravity increased to 0.8 GE, some began showing strain. By 1.2 GE, half the group had withdrawn, gasping and struggling to maintain basic movement. Your turn, Deathworlder, Krell sneered, using the term that had become Marcus's unwanted nickname. Marcus stepped into the chamber alongside 5 other cadets, including Krell himself. The initial 0.5 G setting felt like floating underwater. He moved easily, perhaps too easily, as his companions noticed his comfort with the reduced gravity. Increased to 0.8 standard, Commander THYSS announced. Marcus felt more natural now, his movements becoming smoother rather than more labored. Around him, the other cadets began showing signs of stress. Krell's forearms trembled slightly as he maintained his stance. 1.2 standard gravity came the next command. Now Marcus felt truly comfortable. This was closer to Earth's natural gravity, and his body responded with familiar efficiency. He performed a series of basic exercises, his movements fluid and controlled. The watching cadets fell silent, their mockery replaced by growing concern. Zara pressed against the observation window, her crystalline form refracting light as she watched in fascination. He's getting stronger, she whispered to her companions. 1.8 standard gravity, Commander THYSS announced, her voice carrying a note of professional interest. 2 more cadets stumbled out of the chamber, unable to continue. Krell remained, but his compound eyes showed strain as he fought to stay upright. Marcus, meanwhile, began doing push-ups, his muscles responding to the familiar sensation of Earth's natural gravity. This is impossible, Krell gasped, his exoskeleton creaking under the pressure. 2.3 standard gravity, Commander THYSS called out. Marcus stood up and took a deep breath. This was exactly Earth's gravity. Home. He felt energized, as if he'd been carrying invisible weights that had suddenly been removed. He began a series of complex exercises, his movements precise and powerful. Krell collapsed, his 4 arms unable to support his weight. I yield, he managed to whisper. The chamber fell silent except for the hum of machinery. Marcus continued his routine, sweat beading on his forehead, but his breathing steady. Commander THYSS checked her instruments twice, unable to believe the readings. 3.0 standard gravity, she announced, her voice filled with scientific curiosity. The immense pressure would crush most species. Instantly, Marcus felt the strain now, his movements becoming more deliberate, but he remained upright. He walked to where Krell had fallen and, with considerable effort, lifted the insectoid cadet and carried him to the chamber's exit. Outside, the assembled cadets stared in stunned silence. Marcus set Krell down gently, then turned to face Commander THYSS. Request permission to continue, Commander. I believe I can handle higher levels. Commander THYSS studied her instruments again, her reptilian features showing amazement. Cadet Rodriguez, what is your homeworld standard gravity? 2.3 standard, Commander. Earth is classified as a high-gravity world. A collective gasp echoed through the facility. High-gravity worlds were rare, and their inhabitants were considered among the most physically formidable in the galaxy. The aliens' understanding of Marcus shifted dramatically in that moment. Zara approached Marcus, her crystalline form shimmering with excitement. You're from a death world, aren't you? Not just any death world, but a heavy death world. Marcus nodded, finally understanding the fear he'd seen in his classmates' eyes. I guess that explains the reception I received. Commander THYSS addressed the group. Let this be a lesson to all of you. Never underestimate a species based on appearance. The human has demonstrated exceptional capability under extreme conditions. In the days that followed, Marcus's relationship with his fellow cadets transformed completely. Krell, humbled by his experience, approached Marcus with genuine respect. I apologize for my arrogance, human. I did not understand what you had overcome just to be here. Marcus became a valuable team member, his natural strength and endurance complementing the various specialized abilities of his alien companions. Zara's analytical mind, Granite's durability, and even Zephyr's unique gaseous properties created a formidable unit when properly coordinated. During combat simulations, Marcus's ability to function under extreme conditions proved invaluable. When the team faced scenarios involving high-gravity environments, equipment failures, or extended duration missions, Marcus's Earthforged resilience shone through. Commander THYSS recognized his potential and appointed Marcus as squad leader, a position that would have seemed impossible weeks earlier. Your species possesses something rare in the galaxy, Cadet Rodriguez, the ability to adapt and endure under conditions that would break others. The Academy's protocols were revised to better accommodate human physiology, and Marcus became the first of many humans to excel in the program. His success opened doors for future human cadets and helped establish humanity's reputation as a formidable ally. Marcus stood in the same facility where he'd once faced mockery, now surrounded by respectful teammates and wearing the insignia of squad leader. He reflected on the journey. The galaxy had initially seen humans as primitive and weak, but adversity had revealed their true strength. The death world that had forged humanity's resilience had prepared them for challenges the galaxy had never imagined. Marcus smiled, knowing that his success was just the beginning of humanity's contribution to the stars.